we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh man, we are back, y'all. It's been a long time coming. It's about a year later. We're coming back into the studio, That Part Talk Show, bringing it back. We got to bring it back, right? But I'm just letting y'all know that while I was gone, me and Kwam been up in the studio working on some shit. So stay tuned. Documentary coming out soon. Time is of the essence. And the first Tuesday of every month is going to be a live Twitch mixing with your girl DJ Miss B. So I don't want to hear no more shit about you gotta do live mixing, IG mixing live, all this crap. I don't want to hear that no more, okay? We're doing it. Twitch. You better be there. You better, if not, be square. I want to see all them rewards drop in. I want to see my bank account numbers going up. You feel me? I want all that. Because y'all wanted it. I'm bringing it to you. But that music is hella loud.
I like it.
We jamming in my ears. All right, so our first guest of 2025. You got the sounds ready? Mr. J. Reid!
I didn't know I'm starting the year off. What up? What up?
What is up?
I'm the first guest of the new year.
I want to say you're the first comedian.
Okay. All right.
You know, you got to pave the way. I've been trying to get all y'all, but y'all hard to catch.
Got to bring some laughter to the show in
y'all
2025.
Y'all are hard to catch. Y'all just be like everywhere.
Got to be, man. Got to spread these jokes around the world.
You know, I had to catch you in person and be like, run up on you with my little 5'2" ass. I was like, yo, what's up? What we doing?
You did run up over. You bumped me on my knee. Hey, mister, turn around. Who is this down here? Hey, what
right?
up, girl?
I was like, what happened? You forgot about me. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm glad we finally
forget about you. I got you.
Thank you. I'm glad you're finally here. You know, whatever had to bring you in. Jesus, the wind, the sun, the clouds, the moons, the universe.
Yes.
How you feeling today?
I feel amazing. I got a 5-hour energy drink in me.
We can't show it because they're not sponsoring me yet.
Well, I got an energy drink in me.
So you extra bubbly.
I feel good, man. I'm showing all my teeth right now. You know?
Your teeth?
Yeah, my teeth is.
How's 2025 been going for you so far?
Man, it's going good. I just started doing every single week for my comedy show I have on the Las Vegas Strip called Comedy and Cocktails. Mm-hmm. We every Thursday at the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club at the Link Hotel. So
every Thursday?
7:30. So yeah, I'm very, very proud of that. It's been a long time coming. We've been working very, very hard. We was doing once a month. Then numbers was so good. They said, let's do every 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Still had great numbers. So now we every week. So
now you're in rotation.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all put in your calendars every Thursday. If you're not doing
come
nothing.
Come laugh with us.
Come laugh.
Come giggle.
Just a little chuckle. Wear your Pampers.
Yeah.
You
come
might
show
pee a
all
little.
your teeth.
So how did you even get here? Like, let's go back.
I drove here on the freeway. What you mean?
Well, glad you made it safely because these streets is crazy.
I had to take the 95. That's how I got here on the 95.
95. Oh gosh, you came from the north?
No, I came from the south. Summerlin. I live in Summerlin.
I was worried.
Yes.
How did you get here to this point? Because one thing I love about this entertainment industry is like it is just full of people who create a job.
Create a job?
Yeah, like, okay. You got to go to school for this. You got to go to school for that. You got to do this, right? But when it comes to the entertainment industry, you just do what comes natural to you or you do what you love to do and then you turn it into a career. And I think that is just amazing how people do that, right? Because I've been able to do that and I'm very grateful to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think comedians, it's like, how do you know that you want to be a comedian? How does that walk us through that?
I think the really good ones, it finds you. It's like for me, I feel like God gave me little bits and pieces of it when I was younger, and then as I got older, I kind of put it together. You know, that's how I found
walk us through that though. Like I know you're naturally probably silly. You was probably one of them natural silly kids.
So growing up, I used to mimic my aunts and uncles all the time. And so when we have like family reunions, my mom used to always, hey, do what you was doing, with your uncle. So it's like I was performing in front of them, but I didn't, in my mind, I wasn't a comedian.
Right.
So I also remember in 5th grade, I had this teacher named Miss Pelletier. And I had this girl that I used to had a little crush on, sit right next to me. Her name was Tyreka. And I used to always crack jokes with Tyreka, have her in the back laughing. And other people used to hear what stuff I was saying, so they laughing too. So Ms. Pelletier was like, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes at the end of the class to do something. So I actually did Eddie Murphy's Raw when he did the slinky,
Yeah.
slinky, when he did at the
Yeah.
end. I did that little routine because I had just watched it.
Interesting.
And so I didn't know, once again, that
Right.
I was doing my calling,
Right.
you know? But it wasn't until I went to the military. I graduated high school, went to the military. I had a girlfriend at the time. Once I came back from my basic training, you know, because I did reserve, so I got a chance to come back home. And she was, you know, we were just laying there one day. I'm talking to her and making her laugh. She was like, "Have you ever thought about being a comedian?" I'm like,
Right.
"A comedian, no." She's like, "You should think about like trying it." So I was like, maybe I'll try it. I'll try anything, you know. So went to a comedy club. I bombed. I didn't get not one laugh.
Dang.
So I'm just like, what
Do you
the
remember
hell?
kind of like what you was talking about?
Oh, I do. I remember my first joke. It was about the boxer Butterbean. Do you know who that is?
It's a little old, but I remember the name.
This
yeah.
is back in the 90s. So Butterbean was a white guy, fat, bald head white guy, real big. He was knocking everybody out. And so he became this big phenomenon. So he had a bunch of boxing matches and all of that. He ended up losing and whatever. But I wrote a joke about him. It was a stupid joke. I was like, man, hey fellas, if you ever get caught cheating on your girlfriend, she look like Butterbean, he gonna knock you out.
Dang.
That was a joke. Like, it was stupid, right? So I didn't get any laughs. So I did that joke. I went home sad. I was like, man, I just feel like I can do this, you know? And so a week later, I wrote new jokes, came back a week later to this other club called the Comedy Buffet. It was on Tuesday nights. And I performed those new jokes and I heard laughter for the first time. And that day I fell in love. I've been doing comedy ever since that day. So
Nice, nice. So at what point did you decide like, okay, this is like, I could quit my 9 to 5 and do this?
right before I won the TV show Who's Got Jokes, I quit a $100,000 a year job. I was working at the Mandalay Bay as a bellman, so I was getting tips every day, a check, free meals. So I was making bank, but I was doing comedy at night, you know. So I had to make a choice. It's like, am I going to keep this job? And I had this guy that worked there. He was like 75 years old, still slinging bags. He was a baggage handler for like 30, 40 years,
Right.
you know. So he came up to me because he went to one of my shows, and he came up to me one day. He was like, "Jay, you got a lot of talent, man. Why are you here?"
Right.
And that really stuck with me. He was like, you got to go explore your talent. Don't be like me. I was just like, wow. So like I said again, God always give you bits and pieces
Right.
of it as you get older. So that's when I decided. I just had my daughter, so it was hard telling my wife, you know, hey, I want to quit my job that I make $100,000 a year. And we just had a baby. I got to quit this job to go do what I want to do full time.
Right.
It was hard to have that conversation, but you know, I believe in me.
Right.
So
of
I'm like,
course.
I'm gonna make it work, and it was tough. I had my ups, you know, my good days, my bad days, ups and downs, but I made it work.
Nice. So talk about this big break you had. What was that first break?
The first break that I had, I got on a TV show on BET called Coming to the Stage. With do you remember a guy named Little JJ? He's big. He's big now. He's older now, but
No.
Little JJ.
I'm
You
young.
young. You don't remember
I'm
anything.
born 88.
You need
I'm
to
a
start
youngin'.
Googling. Get on Snapchat and TikTok and start Googling.
I don't do all that stuff. That's why. I don't do none of that. I stay
Get
in
on
my bubble.
Wikipedia or something.
Wikipedia.
What's that?
I don't
What's
do none of
Wikipedia?
that. I don't even do the Siri and the AI. I don't do none of that shit. I don't do none of that. I stay in my little old school bubble. I still got encyclopedias.
So BET, they used to have the show called Coming to the Stage, and it was a bunch of new comedians basically battling it out with each other to try to, you know, be the last one, kind of like Last Comic Standing.
Right.
So I got on that show, and I lost to a guy named Little JJ. He was 12 years old, some cute, adorable kid and all of that. You know, he had a couple of jokes,
Yeah.
but everybody was just so surprised to see a little kid doing this, you know.
Right.
So I lost to him, and that it hurts, you know, because you're on TV, you think this is going to be a big break. But at the time, this comedian, he was one of the judges. His name is J. Anthony Brown. He actually came up to me after the show, and he was like, man, listen, I want to give you some advice. Don't ever do comedy for the perks of comedy, for, you know, all the women and the free liquor that you get, and, you know, the money, the fame, all the bright lights. Don't ever do it for that. Do it for the love of the art and the craft.
Right.
And that always stuck with me, and like that's why I do comedy. It's like I've gotten a chance to travel the world and see how comedy changed people's lives, you know,
For
how
sure.
it make people happy and forget about some of the issues that they're going through with their family members, their friends, you know. So it's just been a blessing for me, my whole journey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I was gonna ask you something else before that. Crap, I forgot. My mind. I need to get back on the rails of this, man. It's been a
You on
while.
them edibles.
Edibles. I ain't on no edibles. I am sober. No, I'm not
mixing
drinking.
edibles with 5-hour energy.
Nope.
I'm sorry,
No
energy
weed,
drink.
no weed, no drinking. I am sober. All I have in me is a 5-hour. I was letting you talk because I'm a little rusty
That's
right
you
now.
drinking
Okay.
Dasani water. That
I
help
haven't
you
even
lose your
drank.
memory.
That's that dirty water.
That's
It's that Lake Mead water.
Lake Mead water, yeah. Mississippi River water. That's what that is.
Unfiltered. I mean, this builds a character right here,
I cannot
Tolerance.
drink that water. That's the worst water in the world, man.
I feel you. Look, I don't even drink Vegas water. I'm like, tap water.
I'd rather drink Vegas water
Oh
than Dasani.
gosh, no, that's dead body water. All right, so you quit your job. You said, I'm doing
I
this
quit
full
my
time.
job. I'm out of here.
You said, baby, you got me, right? You about to be my sugar mama, right? You got
I
me.
got a black woman too. That was a hard conversation.
How did that? I mean, she was obviously supportive, right?
No.
You said no.
She was obviously no.
I mean, so you just did it anyway.
Yeah, I quit already.
So it was more of a conversation of, oh, okay, I'm doing this.
I'm doing this. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna make it work.
Got you. And you did.
Yeah, so I got on TV
You got some
again.
shine?
I got on Bill Bellamy's Who's Got Jokes.
Okay.
That's another comedy competition. I actually won that season 4. I won that
Nice.
season, but it came with a lot of adversity, because my father had passed away once I was shooting the episodes. So
That's
that came
hard.
with that. That was very hard. So
I mean, see, and that's some of the realities that people forget. I
Yeah.
mean, that, comedians are people too. You know what I mean? Y'all go through things behind the stage, right before the stage, and
who
then you
makes
have
the comedian laugh?
exactly, and then you got to come out here and put it on like nothing's going on. How did you get through that? How was?
It was tough. I've never ever had to deal with anything like that. I mean, at the time, I've never dealt with death with a close family member.
Right.
I've heard like friends or my friend, his cousin passed away. I didn't know his
Right.
cousin like that. So, but that was the first time I had to deal with it hands on. So it took a toll on me watching my mom, watching her crying all the time and her emotional state that she was in, and my sisters, trying to be there for them, but at the same time trying to shoot a TV show.
Right.
So it was a lot of weight and a lot of pressure on my shoulders. So, but I knew God was with me the whole time.
And what
Yeah.
what was the deciding factor for you to? Because I'm pretty sure you was in a middle of like, okay, do I just quit the show and go be with my family,
definitely.
or do I continue my dream?
Yeah.
What was that deciding factor
I
for
had
you?
to battle that out. I talked to my mom, and my mom was like, your father would want you to keep doing it because this could be your time.
Right.
So I did it, and it was tough. I had to focus in on everything. I'm sorry, I got these Ray-Ban glasses on. They talking to me right now. Have you seen the new Ray-Bans?
No.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. But, I had to go to my mom and talk to her about it. And I was like, should I do it, Mom? You tell me, do you need me to be with you? Do you need me to be with the grandkids and all of that? So she was like, babe, I know your father would want you to go out there and do it because this is your time. So I went out there, and it was crazy because they shot it in Vegas, and I had a lot of my fans there. So when I walked, and everybody had really heard what happened. So I walked out on stage, and man, you see people got posters and
Yeah.
T-shirts of me on. I was like, wow, they had church fans. It was
Yeah.
crazy. So that kind of helped me, some of that weight get lifted off. It felt like every time I took a step to go on stage, a weight was just lifted. It lifted off of me. And then when I got out there and saw all of that, it was just like, go be free, go do your jokes,
Nice, nice. And then you ended up winning.
So I won.
Nice. I mean,
won.
sometimes that extra little,
Yeah.
that little push will get you there. You know what I mean?
It helped me out. It helped me get my own 30-minute comedy special on the network. And I ended up going on tour with Bill Bellamy. We shot a Showtime special called the Ladies Night Out Tour with myself, Bill Bellamy, D-Lay, and Ali Sadiq. So So,
nice. So
I know you young. You don't know none of these people.
I don't know none of these people, but I mean, sounds nice. Sounds nice.
I know Joe Rogan.
I don't even watch Joe Rogan. I liked more of like Chris Rock, Eddie.
You know who Chris Rock is?
Of course I know. I watched all of his comedy specials.
That was the 90s?
Yeah, I watched all his specials. I mean, why?
You know who Richard Pryor is?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Bill Cosby.
Well, I know you know
sure.
Bill Cosby.
What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? Anyways, I didn't take no pills. I ain't drink the drink.
Hey, you don't have
I know
baby
better.
oil on you, do you?
No,
okay.
I don't.
Just make sure
I
you
don't
ain't
even
been to a
use
Diddy
baby
party.
oil. I use Vaseline cocoa butter.
No baby oil.
Nope, man. That's a whole. Anyways,
Baby oil
we're not even get. We're not even go through
stalking
that.
baby oil.
Oh my
That
gosh.
stock is down right now since Diddy went to jail.
You know what? Trump will get him out. That's his bestie right there.
You think Trump going to pardon Diddy?
Look,
Man, the social media would go crazy if that happened. They would go crazy.
I mean, at this point, I don't know.
Trump gonna pardon the Menendez brothers. Watch.
I bet you. He's gonna pardon everybody.
You do know who the Menendez brothers are.
I do. I just watched that documentary.
See, that's the only reason why you know it, because of the documentary, because you on Netflix.
I'm very big on crime. Yes.
You do Netflix and chill.
Yes. That I do. Yeah, so I mean, that's great to hear that not only you taking that step forward, because a lot of people these days, shout out to the Gen Zers out there, they don't realize how much of the risk versus reward. You know what I mean? Taking that risk and getting that reward. Like a lot of people back in the day, they took risks for these kids to be able to do what they're doing now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? The TikTok, all this other stuff. You know what I mean? They think that it's easy to do that for them now, but to do that back in the day when you didn't have that type of social media, you didn't have that type of stuff, and you had to get on these type of shows. Like, I can imagine even how hard it was just to get on that show.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't something that someone came knocking on your door and was like, hey, so you want to be on BET's, you know what I mean? Obviously not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the type of road that you have to take to even get to that point, to get that success, and the type of hard work you had to put in amongst the, trials and tribulations you had to go through while on that show. I mean, that speaks volumes, you know what I mean? And being able to do that as a career, that's what I love about this show, is being able to highlight people like that, especially entrepreneurs who are successful. I get that people are trying to do it now, and if you're like on level 1, that's great, keep doing it. But I want people who have done it all. Yeah. You know what I mean? To show that type of experience. Yeah. I mean, when I got to see you, when I finally met you, it was during COVID, I think, right? At the Cigar Lounge.
I think that was a little bit before COVID.
No, I think it was during COVID.
Sugar Daddies, wasn't that?
Sugar Daddies, yep.
It was a cigar lounge. Sugar Daddies. Doesn't that sound like a strip club or something? We been at Sugar Daddies.
I ain't find no Sugar Daddies in there either. I'll tell you that. Wasn't no Sugar Daddies in there. And it was great. It was awesome. I mean, that was the first time. I mean, I'm not from here, so I don't, know the people around here. So it was a vibe. It was dope. And then actually finding out like who you are and the lengths that you've come in your career, I was like, oh shit, you big time. You know what I mean? That's dope. And that's also a great thing that you've done so much and you still come back in Vegas and just do a little bit of everything,
this is my
you know?
home. I got to.
You're very, very humble.
Yeah.
Conceited,
I just love life.
but humble.
I'm conceited. I am not. Yeah.
a little cocky, but
That's
humble.
Confidence.
But humble.
That's confidence. I'm confident. I'm not conceited.
A little confident.
A little confident.
But a lot of humble. But for sure. No, I mean, I had a great time. It was great because I liked it because I got to interact, you know what I mean? Like, he was like, hey, play that one song, and then I was able to have it ready play. You got in the drums and a whole little drum set.
I did do that.
You was all over the place. It was amazing. And seeing a lot of the comedians who were coming through there, it was like almost kind of like, I don't want to say beginners, but they were still kind of trying to get their feel for things. You know what I mean? So to see you come in and just take over, like, you just felt so comfortable. You looked so comfortable on that stage, even though the stage wasn't that big. He was like, we got on this little curve and shit. It was amazing.
When I'm on that stage, I'm just, I zone out.
It's amazing to see, and you can really tell in any field, people who are like really who are their craft, and then people who are like trying to be something. You know what I mean? Like, you have people who are just natural born talented, but have created skill around their talent and really perfected it. And then you have people who are just really trying, you know?
Yeah.
And you just looked real natural. So it was dope to see. And it's great to see you continue to succeed.
Yeah, well, like I said before, God was preparing me for my talent, you know, when I was younger. And now that he showed me that this is what he wants me to do, it's up to me to perfect the talent that he gave me.
For sure.
You know, so that's where the hours of writing and getting on stage and trying to perfect these jokes, you know, that's where that come in. And just like I said what J. Anthony Brown said, hey, always work on the craft of comedy and everything will come. And it's like, I've been blessed so much, you know, been around the world off my craft, you know, haven't spent a dime, you know what I'm saying? Just going all of these different places, you know, just to make people laugh, you know, and it's like, that's the best job in the world. I can't, how can you beat that? How?
Exactly.
How?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And on top of that, what do you think has kept you, besides, you know, that remark or that comment that was made to you, what do you think has kept you? Because it can get a little blurry sometimes when you start rising up in the in the work field, you know what I mean? You start getting, the women start coming, the money starts coming, you know, you start meeting different people. What keeps you grounded in that comment of, let me not let this fame get to me, even though I'm getting bigger and bigger every day?
Knowing that God has given me all of this for a reason. There was always a song in my church says God would never put too much on you that you can't bear. You know, I always feel like that. So I feel like he's putting me in certain positions to test me and to see if I'm going to succeed with that test. And if I do, you know, maybe he'll reward me with something else, you know? So I always keep that in my mind and always try to, you know that somebody's watching me and I got to be on the right path, because somebody who looks up to me and want to do comedy, they might see how I do things and want to do things that way. So, and I always want to be a professional, you know, because when it's all said and done for me, I want people to say he was a professional, he was a good person, and he wanted to make a difference in this world. And that's all I do every day, just try to make a difference and try to be the best person that I can be and best comedian that I can be. So, you know, I take all of that very seriously.
And that you do. It definitely shows. So let's show a little clip of this special, and then let's talk about how you started getting into your own specials.
I don't even know what clip this is. Which
the
special
original,
did you take this from?
The one you sent me. We'll play that one
right, cool,
first.
Cool.
Just enjoying this, man. Hey, this year, man, y'all better learn how to pass out. I'm telling you, passing out will save your life. Learn how to pass out, people. I learned this from my cousin. My cousin was at the club the other day. He looked at his bill after the club. He couldn't pay the bill, so he passed out. They put him in the ambulance and drove him off. He got out of paying his bill. I said, I'm gonna try that. Y'all gonna see me at Applebee's. I didn't have no 2 for $20. Baby, I see you in the car. I'm out of here.
Applebee's.
That was from my comedy special I did on Dry Bar. It's called That Don't Go Together. It was weird when I shot that special, because I shot it like right after COVID happened. It's like right when everybody started opening their doors back up. So everybody's like spaced out. Everybody got masks on, so you couldn't really see if they was smiling, laughing and stuff. I was just like, this, the whole time on the stage, I was like, this is just weird as hell.
That's funny. So that was part one?
This was my 30-minute special that I did. It's just one special I did with Dry Bar.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And you've had multiple specials.
I got one on Showtime called the Ladies Night Out Tour. The other one is called LMAO, Laughing My Ass Off. Is that your ringtone?
Yeah, that was my someone's at my door, or the neighbors are complaining.
I also have one called Laughing My Ass Off. And I'm shooting actually another one in June.
Nice.
You know, so yeah.
And then you decided to write a book.
I have a book, yes. Not only am I a comedian, I'm also an author.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? What made you want to be like, you know what? I'm going to write a book.
I wanted something that could last forever, you know? I saw something that said, you know, there's so many authors that books have still been selling after they wrote it hundreds of years ago. And it's like something that I just want my kids to be proud of, can read my book. It's like, man, Dad did this, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was the motivation for me to write the book. And then as I started to write it, it's like, I wanted to tell my story even more on how I really got started doing comedy. It's called Laughter is the Best Medicine, How Stand-Up Comedy Saved My Life, because I don't know where I would be if I didn't choose comedy, you know? because I might have gotten fired from that job that I had, $100,000 a year job at Mandalay Bay. I probably would have got fired because I was doing some wild, crazy stuff. I'm a wild, crazy dude. You know what I'm saying? So who knows where that would have taken me. And it's like, if I didn't have that job, I don't know where I would be. You know, I didn't go to college, went to the military. I quit the military. So it's like, where would I be if I didn't find comedy? So that's what I wrote about, and, you know, just stories about my life and how I got started doing this.
Nice. And where can people find that at?
You can get on Amazon right now. Just type in J. Reid, Laughter is the Best Medicine, and it'll pop right up.
Nice.
Go
So make sure
grab
y'all
the
go
book.
get it. Is it audio too?
Not yet.
Oh, I know my daughter will not read a book, but she'll listen to a book
Audio
for
book?
hours.
Yeah.
She's found little loopholes in the school system. I'm like, did you read your book? I'm listening to it. Oh, okay, my bad. You got it.
I have the revised version coming out in about a month, so it's going to be the revised version and the audio version.
Nice.
As well, so.
Is it going to be you narrating it? Oh, that's hilarious. I want to hear that.
My deep voice, my James Earl Jones
I was about to
voice.
say, you didn't get James. You don't get to pick somebody. And then
They need to have me in that new movie Mufasa. Simba.
you got to go a little deeper than that.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
It's not yours. Just kidding. Let's show a little bit more.
None of this that the light touches is your kingdom.
That little spot over there,
That
though.
little dark spot, that's us. That's all I can afford.
These days, imagine they be talking about generational wealth. It's like, what I got? What you want? My car? I ain't got nothing for you. America's making it so hard to have generational wealth these days.
Yeah.
It's like, here's my Nikes. Here's these shoe collection.
My Dasani water.
Oh my gosh. Do we have some more clips of him? I want to see some more stand-up stuff so we can show him.
I wish we had that clip where I got on the drums.
I need to find that. That was a really good clip too. I think I went and gave you a towel or something. Like, you was over there sweating.
I had a sweatsuit on, so I was sweating.
You was sweating your butt off. You weren't even
Armpits
supposed to,
all wet.
You wasn't even supposed to be on them drums. You just got on them doing the
saw
whole
'em.
church.
I actually grew up in the church, and that's how I learned to play drums.
Yeah.
My mom used to teach the choir, and the choir director and all of that. She's actually a pastor now. But
nice.
I grew up in the church just playing with the choir. My brother, he used to play before me, my older brother, so he kind of taught me some of the ins and outs of playing the drums, and I just started. I got on drumline in high school. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's what's up.
People don't know that about me. I got that little skill.
Extra skills. Extra
skill,
skills.
yeah.
What we got? Which one's this? Ooh.
Oh, this is an old clip right here. Comedy. I had hair.
Favorite sport, man. I love that. Cause I like Charles Barkley, the commentator. That's my favorite commentator, Charles Barkley, man. You gotta Google something when you listen to Charles Barkley. You don't understand what he's saying. And he don't know if he want to be fat or skinny. He got Weight Watchers commercials and Taco Bell commercials. Like a $5 box, it rocks.
I forgot
Crisp
about it.
and cheese are gonna Manny Pacquiao, that's another dude you don't really understand either, man. I watched Manny Pacquiao's last fight, his last interview. I was so confused after watching that interview. They were like, we're gonna go live to Manny Pacquiao. Manny, what did you think of the fight? Yes, I would like to say that I did my best, and when he hit me, I said, oh! And I hit him, and he said, oh! What are you talking about? Me and my woman, we watch sports together a lot, though, man. I try to do it. I try to keep the spice going in my relationship. Fellas, we gotta keep the spice going, man. I try to do nice things for my lady. Like, I like to take a shower with my woman, But I got a black woman. You just can't jump in the shower with a black woman. She gotta wrap her hair up first, See, that's what I admire about white women. White women don't wrap their hair up. They just wet their hair and give you that freaky stare down. You ever see the stare down? Come here, big boy. Like, yes, ma'am, right away. But see, a black woman, she take a little time with her hair. You come home from a hard day's work, you walk in the kitchen, she in there cooking and singing her tail off at the same time. She's like, Jesus, I never forget what you done for me. Jesus, I never forget. How you say me way y'all didn't get that over there. That's a callback. You know, fellas, you see that, you go behind her, you try to be sexy too, you go up behind her like, what's up, girl, look at you. Wow, sexy self. She looks sexy. Get off of me, stupid. What you want, boy? Crazy self. What? You're like, let's take a shower, baby. Let's go ahead and get this shower going. She's like, go run the water. You happy as hell, right? You go do you dancing, shaking like a salt shaker. She come in there with a grocery bag on her head. Like, what's with the Walgreens bag on your head? Hair smell like bell peppers. Thank you so much. I'm Jay Reid. Enjoy the rest of y'all night, y'all.
Wow. I never really go back and watch old stand-up.
No?
That took me back.
Why not?
I'm always trying to create something different.
How do you know it's different if you don't go back and watch the old shit?
I don't look at it like that. It's like when I put something out,
It's just more current?
I try to stop thinking about it, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
How does a comedian go about writing jokes? Because I know some people think they're funny, and they might be, but
everybody's different. I've been around comedians who can sit there and just for like 5 hours just start writing and just write thoughts. And like, I can't do that. I got to go out and talk to people, and you know, that conversations kind of spark ideas in my head. Then I write like bullet points, and I go on stage and, all right, I remember this bullet point, so let me see what I can create from this, you know?
Interesting.
So that's how I do it, but I know a lot of comedians that are different.
Do you like stuff like that? Do you do a lot of stuff from like your point of view, like things that you actually go through?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah. A lot of family material, stuff I do with my son, my daughter, my mom, my wife. I do a lot of family stuff. I do some observational humor too, stuff that I see that's, you know, out on the road. You know, I might see something at a mall or something that spark an idea, you know, a mother and daughter duo that I saw, you know, let's write something about that. You know, I may see a character or something in somebody. You know, it's like, I'm gonna use that character for a joke. I don't know where, but let me just put that in my database, you know?
Right.
So.
I mean, that takes a lot of creativity and skill to be able to see something and then be like, I'm gonna make a joke out of this.
It's just how we see the world. It's
You
like
know
I
what I
see it funny, a funny world in front of me, you know?
Right.
So,
Yeah, because there's some people that are funny.
just like your water. I start cracking jokes about the water because I hate the water. So it's just
For sure.
It's just things around you see, and you see differently. It's like,
What do you think makes a great comedian? What are some characteristics that are just like, even that
good
you've
writer?
seen?
I like comedians that act the joke out. You know, they say, you know, me and my wife was having dinner. It's like, you know, they act it out. They showing you, you know, they taking you there with the characters and stuff. You know, I like that type of humor. Storytelling also. You got to be a good storyteller for me. I think all of these different things make great comedians. You know, a lot of comedians have mastered these different parts of comedy. A lot of comedians are just storytellers. A lot of comedians just do one-liners.
Right.
Some comedians have long, drawn-out characters that they do, but have like a big punchline at the end, you know?
Right.
So it's just, you know, what part of the art have you mastered? And I think that's why Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy are considered like the greatest of all time, is because I feel like they mastered all of those parts. They're great storytellers. They're great character actors. They're great. They can do one-liners. They can go to the crowd and do improv in the crowd if they wanted to. It's like just mastering all these different parts of the craft. It's like, I think that's brilliant to me. So those are why that's why they're my greats and my goats. You know.
What do you think will help a comedian or a future comedian create longevity in the career?
Longevity?
What's the advice you can give somebody?
It's all about the love of the game and love of the craft. If you don't love it, you're not gonna last long. It's only a matter of time before you get, you know, your head's gonna burst. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a stressful job. It's a job that you really have to love, because going on the road, being away from your family all the time, having to create new jokes, having the demand on you to be funny all the time, even when you don't want to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people don't pay for your pain; they pay for you to make them laugh. So they don't care what you're going through at the time. You know, some people going through a divorce while they up there telling jokes. You know, that's a lot of pain. That's a lot of emotional sacrifice that they have to do for the crowd. You know, so that's tough. So, you know, if you really, really want to do it and last long, you got to be able to endure all the pain, all the suffering that you're gonna have to have to deal with as a comedian, and what you have to go through just to make people laugh. You know, traveling across different places. You know, if you're driving in the car 3, 4, 5 hours, you know, it's like you got to endure those things.
Have you, obviously, like you worked really hard, like the first, I guess, how many years have you been doing this now?
20 years.
20 years. So the first 20 years, obviously you're like grinding, right? You have family at home, you got kids at home, right?
Yeah.
How, as you keep going, is there a point where you're like, okay, let me kind of take a step back and kind of give more family life balance and kind of or are you still just going hard?
No, I'm at the point now, like I really have to buckle down with family life because my kids are at that age, especially my son. Like he's playing basketball now, he's 14 now. So he's becoming a young man, you know, so it's definitely, I definitely have to be there for him to actually show him how to become that man, you know. I have to help guide him because there's a lot of pitfalls and a lot of traps out here for young men. So I have to make sure that I'm talking to him every day and giving him knowledge and, you know, passing all of that down to him of what he's going to need to survive in this world as a man. So I'm very, very aware of that, especially my daughter now also. She's 16, you know, going on 17. So it's like she's a young woman and she's becoming, you know, she's going into her womanhood now. So I also have to be there and be that man in her life to show her what kind of man that she's going to need.
Right.
You know, when it's that time for her to get a husband. So I'm in a weird place in my life right now.
Definitely. I mean, when these kids start getting older, it's definitely a reality check, you know, because I'm the same way. I mean, now that my daughter's 14, I'm like, all right, I got to be there a lot more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
I got to be on that ass.
Because it's a lot, man. I don't want to see my daughter on TikTok half naked.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
It's crazy. It's a crazy world now.
Now, do your kids see you as just you, or do they see you as who you are in the entertainment world?
It's weird because it's like at certain time, like most of the time, my kids really don't care that daddy entertains people, or whatever.
Right?
You know, but they have seen it. Like they've come to different shows and see how people react to me. So they're like, hey, my daddy's somebody, you know? And so they use that to their advantage sometimes. Like they have friends that know I'm a comedian now. Like some of their friends Google me.
Oh, okay.
Like, man, that's your dad?
Right.
She's like, yeah. So I came home one time. My daughter was like, you know, I have like 10 friends that really want to meet you. Like, you know, they want you to sign an autograph. Like, what? How do they even know who I am? They Googled you. Like, what? Why are they Googling me?
Right.
What are you telling these kids? So I know
cool.
they're proud of their father.
Right.
You know, but sometimes they use it to their advantage.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I mean, I think as they get older, they start more realizing, like,
absolutely.
oh, dang, he's somebody.
Absolutely.
How'd you think I paid for all this crap? Yeah, what do you think I was doing out here in the streets? So, all right. So what else? What's next? What you got next? What's coming up? What can we look forward to?
I'm getting ready to shoot my new special. I'm going to shoot that, and hopefully Amazon picks it up. So that's what we're working on. Yeah.
Amazon.
We're working on Amazon picking it up. Yeah, so we're working on that right now, on that deal. I got a couple of movies that I'm producing right now.
Okay.
So be on the lookout with that. I got a YouTube series that I'm doing also. So I'm working. 2025 is going to be a good year for me.
Nice. Well, put it all out
there. You're
there.
going to see a lot of stuff from me, like especially towards the end of 2025. You're going to see me everywhere.
Put it out there. Tell them where to get it, where to look for.
Hit me up, man. Hey, I'm trying to rebuild my new YouTube page. YouTube took my other page, so I'm starting over. They tripping, yeah. They shutting down TikTok. I don't know if they shutting it down, bringing it back. I don't know what's going on, but I want to build my new TikTok up.
Okay.
So y'all follow me on TikTok. If it's still available in the U.S.
For now.
It's @comedian J Reid. That's the word comedian, the letter JREID. That's my Instagram also. I don't do Snapchat, but maybe I'm gonna have to start doing Snapchat because of TikTok.
Well, it shut down and came right back within like a day.
You young? What should I do? Is it a new app that you guys
I just got on Twitch right now. So
Twitch?
Yep.
Okay, is that that's the new hotness?
It's kind of been hotness for gamers. Started off with gamers, and then it became a DJ thing, and then I think they're just really expanding to kind of a little bit of everything. Thing? I mean, you might make it a comedian thing.
Okay.
You feel me?
But
Pave the way for the comedians.
Start twitching over here.
That's what I said. I'm like, what do we call them? Twitchers? Like, what do we
The
call them?
Twitchy.
The Twitchy.
Am I a Twitcher or Twitchy?
I don't know, but I think the Twitch is definitely one of the. I was able to go to one of their events, their influencer events, and where
Okay.
they had the CEOs and stuff like that there. So I was able to learn a lot about what they do, and I really like how much they interact with their influencers, and they ask them like, hey, what do you think we should do better, and what do you think we need more of, and how do you guys feel about this pay, and so I really liked how they were very involved with their influencers.
Okay.
So that's what made me get on it.
Okay.
But we'll see how it goes. I just started. This is actually my first show on Twitch, so
Oh, we on Twitch?
we on Twitch
hey,
now.
Twitchers.
We out here twitching, you feel me?
You mother Twitchers.
So give us shout outs, and then I'm gonna ask you one more question.
Okay. You said I need to give a shout out?
Give all your shout outs.
Shout out to That Part.
Hey.
Yeah. That Part
Thank
podcast.
you.
Shout out to Twitch.
Hey, shout out to
Yeah.
Twitch.
I'm gonna
We're
start
also-
twitching.
We're also on YouTube Live, so
Shout out to YouTube Live. Yeah, I'm starting my new page. Y'all go follow me on J Reid at J Reid.
At
J-A-Y. What is it? Hold on.
what is it?
Yeah, it's at comedian J Reid on there also.
Okay.
Yeah. Hit me up on YouTube. I'm gonna start doing my That Don't Go Together videos again.
Nice. I mean, I used to like when you used to do those on Instagram every now and
that
then.
don't go together.
Right. That don't go together. That's hilarious. I think how you just like grab random things in life and do
Yeah.
it is hilarious.
Yeah.
That shit's funny.
It's fun.
Yeah, so any other shout outs? Personal shout outs?
Shout out to Essential Water for supplying me with some really good water instead of Dasani. We gonna get you a sponsorship with Essential.
Okay.
I'm putting that in the universe.
Let's do
Next
it.
time I come here, you're gonna have cases and cases of boxes.
Let's do it.
Of Essential Water. That's what we doing.
Let's go.
All right.
Where's the
Got you.
contract?
I got you.
I'm ready. Do I need blood? We doing blood or signature? Which one? What do they
You
take?
can do it. Who is that? Who's the married couple that just got married in like a blood sacrifice or something?
What?
Fox, not Melrose Fox. What's her name? Megan Fox.
Did she really?
And what's her Mr. Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah. One of them guys?
Didn't they just do like
they?
a blood sacrifice?
Oh, my
when they got
gosh.
married? You didn't hear about that?
I'm not on the. I'm
You
not
young.
On
You
that.
should. I was
I'm
on
not on
TikTok.
that.
You should have saw it on
I don't
TikTok.
do the TikTok.
Man,
I
thought
don't
you
do
was
the
hip.
TikTok.
I
I'm
thought
not.
you was a young hip person.
I am not. I am not. People think wrong. I am not.
22 years old. Man.
I'm not 22. I could add like 14 years.
You 22 with a 14-year-old.
Whoa. And like those, I seen them TikToks where they have them moms out there like, I was born in 2000 and then my kid was born in 2006. Like, how?
It's gonna be some young grandmamas out here.
Oh my gosh. Do any?
Grandmama at
Are you
28.
ready to be a grandpa?
No.
No.
I'm 41. I'm not. No, I'm not ready.
Oh, you're gonna be a funny grandpa. Oh my
I'm gonna be the
God.
best.
Here you go.
See?
Look, he's on it. That's
You know
what-
I'm not lying.
Oh
See?
gosh.
Oh, they drunk the blood. Ew.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not drinking my wife's blood.
You said, we ain't doing that.
You gotta show me that you love me. I don't
no,
love you
no,
that
no.
much. No, I'm not drinking your blood. No.
I mean, I feel like shout out to the wives and husbands of people in the entertainment industry because it probably takes a lot to deal with somebody in the industry.
Blood is where I draw the line. I'm sorry. It could be Holly Berry. I
You
don't
gonna
care.
go home
I'm
and
not
she
drinking
gonna have a
Holly's
cup.
blood.
She gonna have a cup of blood like, do you
Let me
love
just
me?
dip my finger. No, Holly, I can't do it. No, it's nasty.
It's like metal. Anyway, I'm ready to get in the
I
ick.
love Holly too, but I can't drink blood.
No?
How much blood did they drink? Did it
He
say?
said, let's talk about
Was it
this.
like a shot of blood?
Can you chase it with some alcohol? I don't know. That's weird.
So I read in Malaysia, there's a tribe in Malaysia, and one of their rituals is when a father's son has their son, he has to cut. They do a sacrifice. They do a ceremony where they circumcise the baby, and the grandfather has to eat it and chase it down with a banana. That's their ritual.
What?
Yeah,
And what's the purpose of that?
that's just what they do. I don't know. It's like saying, "Hey, I'm your grandfather. You my grandson. I welcome you into this earth." I guess.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Could you imagine having to do that as a grandmother?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't even share my drink with my daughter.
Well,
I couldn't know. People are imagining us with goblets and we're like Game of Thrones drinking each other's blood. She told Glamour.
a goblet of blood.
I mean, just the fact that she said for ritual purposes only.
And she said it's just a few drops, but yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes
On
only.
occasion, for ritual purposes only. Those three
On
words right
occasion.
there, for ritual purposes only. I
would look at my wife crazy. She had, baby, every 6 months you got to drink some blood. Like, wait a minute, what?
Hey, I
Every
mean,
6 months?
every
I
month
don't
she
even
got
want to do
blood
it
for
this
you.
first time.
Every month she got it for you. So, you know, that's like
Does he drink that blood too?
Ooh.
Like, it's accessible.
It's
right
definitely.
there.
I mean, that's probably easier than putting in a dropper, right?
Put it in the goblet. Put it in the goblet for me, boo.
I could see her just sitting over a cup, like
I'm a drinker, but I can only drink it in the goblet. Okay, you don't bring it in the shot glass. I can't do that. Gotta be a goblet.
Oh my gosh, that's all
That is
right.
disgusting.
That is crazy. All right, this has gone way too far. So let's bring it back. I ask every guest this when they're on it, and it's only because I want people to really know who you are. What do you want the world to know about Jay Reid? What do they need to know?
They don't need to know nothing. What you,
Don't just come to my show every Thursday.
that's all they need to know. Come to the show.
What do you want people? What do you want your legacy? What do you want people to say about you when you're gone?
I want people to say, man, Jay Reid was a great human being. He always treated people the way he wanted to be treated. He was funny. He's one of the greats of comedy. I definitely want my name to be mentioned with one of the greatest comedians of all time. I want them to say my name. What else? He was a father, a family man, a loving father. He really, really loved his kids. He really, really loved his family. And he really loved the craft of comedy. He gave his all.
Nice.
And he sacrificed everything that he had to help others. To help others smile, to help others laugh, to help others get through their day, and just help use laugh. I was a vessel, I was a tool to help use laughter as something that people can use every day to get over their trials and tribulations. I'll say it that way.
For sure. And there you go. There you have it. Comedian Jay Reid.
Put
Make
me
sure
on the
y'all
spot
go
with that
follow
one,
him.
yeah.
Hey, you got to know these things. You got to know these things, you
Let
know?
me think about this one.
You got to know these things. You got to know what you're doing it for. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Sometimes
yeah.
people get lost out here drinking blood and shit. You know what I mean?
That's my whole thing. I'm just trying not to drink blood out here in these streets. That's
know?
all I'm trying to do. Hollywood have you drinking blood. I'm trying
Man,
to stay
the
out of Hollywood.
conformity, just stay away from the baby oil, stay away from the blue pills, stay away from the
It's a lot you gotta stay
blood,
away from.
Stay away from the exactly, you know.
I can't fly nobody out. That's S trafficking.
Oh my god.
You can't fly people out no more.
Nope.
It's
You
too
can't do
much.
nothing.
Hollywood is too much now.
It's getting to the point, you know.
Can't buy
Well.
baby oil.
Without looking suspicious. What that for? What you about to do with that? You can't go to parties no more. You can't do nothing.
I can't drink out of a goblet no more. Like,
Oh, man, your next show, you should bring a goblet and just
bring
see
a
what people
goblet
say.
out. So I'm going
What's in that-
medieval on y'all ass.
What's in that cup?
It's a goblet. It's
Let
some
us all
Game of
bow our
Thrones
heads.
juice.
Let us all bow our heads. Hold it up. We're about to do a ritual right now. Be careful out here in the streets. Do not
I
conform.
got tequila in my goblet.
Tequila.
Patron in my goblet.
Well, you know, many more blessings to you. Keep
Thank
doing
you,
what you're
thank
doing.
you.
Keep being who you are.
Blessings
Keep
to you
putting
and the
stuff.
show, man.
I appreciate
You on
it.
Twitch now, man. Look.
You feel me? We
doing
twitching out
big
here.
things.
That's right.
Shout out to everybody on Twitch.
Follow everybody. Whoever's following, whoever's watching.
6 people.
Hey, you know
Shout out to
what?
all 6 of y'all that's watching. That's all your family members.
My family don't even watch it. They be
That's your
hating. They
daughter
be like,
and her
I'm
friends.
working. My daughter's in school. She better not be watching this.
Making money off this. Nice.
Sharing it and shit. Well, all right. So any more last words of advice or any more last words you want to let the people know?
No, just come to the show.
Come to the show every Thursday.
Every Thursday. Come to the show.
At the link?
The link.
at the link.
Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club.
Make sure y'all be there.
Not
Be
Jimmy
square.
Butler. You said it earlier.
Jimmy
So you
Butler.
at Jimmy Butler's
I did
Comedy
not say
Club?
Jimmy-
Like,
I
he's a
said-
basketball player. No, that's not.
Jimmy Cricket.
Jimmy Carter don't he got a comedy club?
All right, y'all. Every Thursday, go watch him live on the stage. We'll be back again every month, once a month with That Part Talk Show. New
That
guest. Make sure y'all stream. Make sure y'all go watch all the good stuff. And then I'll be back next week right here on Twitch and YouTube. Well, no, not YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. You fucking up. Right here on Twitch doing the live mixing. DJ Miss B live in the mix. Come see the vibes. Live vibes with DJ Miss B. Thank you once again. May you go in peace, love.
We out.
And
Peace.
keep doing your thing. Till next time, y'all.
How you do the heart?
Oh, they do the little gangster sign shits now. I'm not gonna do all that.
Heart side.
Heart side.